Hi guys, hello. I'm just going to try and share the video. Hi guys, hello. Let's turn the volume down here. Welcome. Let me just share the video, guys. I'll just try and share the video on my Facebook page. Welcome. Hello guys. Hi. Thanks for joining. Thank you so much for joining. I'm just trying to share it on my Facebook page, please. I beg, just 1 minute, my share for Facebook, or I beg. So you guys are entering, please share, invite, like. Channel. It's my first live broadcast, so let's see how it goes. I also don't die by the end of the broadcast. So you guys, please permit me, because I get a first time. Oh no, I get a first time. Can you guys hear me though? Can you hear me? Hi Belly. Thanks for joining. Just let me know if you can hear me. The volume is okay. I beg, just tell me, say okay. Let me know if the volume is okay. It's okay. Hi Celeste. Yangwe. Welcome, sis. Thank you. Welcome. I'm just sharing on other mediums so people know I'm on, so they can join us. Oh, good. You can hear me loud and clear. Oh, my sweet baby bro. God will. Hi, darling. Welcome. How are you? Thanks for joining in today. You guys are the pioneers of the first live. Perfect. So I've shared it on my Facebook page. So yes, who do we have? Let's see who we have. We have Belly, we have Imelda. Belly Faith, hi. Imelda, Cyril, hi. My namesake. And Belly, hi. My sis Celeste, my baby brother Godway, hi. So yes, guys, as you come in, share the video, please. Invite people to join us. As you've seen in the poster, or on the poster, it's a very serious topic that we're discussing today. Very serious, important topic as well. I must add, it's very important. The topic of today is very important, and it'd be nice for us to share what we know about this topic, and so we can help more of our brothers and sisters, even ourselves. We need to help ourselves, educate our friends who know about this whole thing, big demon called depression. So yes, so we'll start. We have good number 7 already. We can start. So 8 actually. So yes, I hope I've greeted everybody. I hope I've said hello to everybody. So welcome to Bella Fountain TV. It's our first live broadcast, and I'm very happy to have you all today. So our topic for discussion today is depression and suicide. Depression and suicide is what we'll be discussing today. And this topic is something I've always wanted to actually to talk or make a show on, but always been postponing. But the recent events in the 237 community don't make and say I can't talk about this topic. especially with all the response way, the comments that we are getting online based on the recent happenings. So it's very important that we handle this topic and handle it with so much care, because it's a very important and very slippery topic. Okay, so depression. So I have my little notes, so I'll be reading because I really don't want to miss anything because it's a very important topic. So depression. All of you have seen what's happening online with Tila, one of the Cameroonian artists, very recently when she posted, she made a post on her Facebook page. Hi, Nana Jess, Nancy, presento, welcome. So she made this post on her Facebook page, and that actually raised eyebrows, and people had so many opinions about it. And she is actually not the first, and she's not going to be the last 237 public figure who is actually going through this. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly read what she wrote on her Facebook page, and then we'll just carry on from there. Okay, let me just look for it. I'll find to Tila right. So if you haven't read it, if you haven't seen the post, so this is what she wrote on her Facebook page. She said, "I'm tired of living, just wanted to say goodbye. No pity party, please. Everyone would die at some point, so please don't dramatize this. Just accept it and say your goodbyes. Not that I care at this point. Just want to give you some closure to those of you who might care. I've tried to stay alive for so long, but I'm no longer fighting. I never asked to be born in the first place. I hate this earth." Just reading this post from Tila sends chills down my spine, literally sends chills down my spine. And then when I went underneath the post and read the comments that were posted after that, I thought to myself, you know what? We need to talk. We need to discuss it topic, because in a serious way, a lot of people don't understand the gravity of the situation. Okay, so we're going to look at depression. What is depression? Where to cause depression? The symptoms of depression, and how we can help our fellow brothers and sisters to better manage their emotions, so that even if they're in the place of depression, they'll come out of that, and also, if possible, prevent people from even getting to that point. You know, so now the whole idea that for today's topic. So yes, so do we have any? Let me see whether any new person don't join me. I beg you guys should share and invite people. So depression, obviously, what is depression? So in basic term, depression is a mood disorder. Okay, it's a mood disorder where 1 minute you're very happy and the next minute you're very sad. So, but mostly it's a sad emotion. So you're always feeling sad, you're always down. Nothing pleases you. Literally, even the two people that will look and say, be happy, get to make people be happy. You know, give any joy. Okay. And with depression, it leads to low self-esteem and all those things. In a very serious medical condition. It's a very serious medical condition that we, especially in Africa, Cameroon especially, I realized, 237 community, we underestimate the severity of depression. We underestimate it. And I guess it's because of that culture where they say, oh, just snap out of it, get on with it. It's almost that culture. And now why that way it be important, someone understand it and say it's a health condition that needs to be understood, and how we can help people who are going through this depression. Okay. So yeah, so depression and mood swing where it makes the person feels like low self-esteem, withdrawn, and also feel like let down or a failure. Okay. That's the basic explanation for depression. And then there are various causes, different causes of depression in day, different causes. So the depression, it manifests itself both physical and emotional, okay? And when you look at the causes, you understand why depression, it manifests itself in both the emotional and the physical side of things, okay? So let's look at the different causes of depression. So the first cause of depression that you can think of, it can be family history. Family history in the sense that you can come from a family where there's a history of depression, you know, it run down for family. So either grandma or grandpa or pa or mommy, they suffer from depression before. So you have a greater chance of you suffering from depression as well. So it's almost genetic. It's biological in the sense of it. Okay, so some person in papa will deal with depression, then once something grow, you see the same pattern. I'm sure you guys know, you must know somebody who is actually facing that type of depression, for those who know what it is. Okay, then another cause of depression is childhood trauma. So literally experience that you've had as a child, a very nasty experience that you had as a child, that is actually traumatizing you, causing you to sit and you have that fear and anxiety, because when you have that trauma, your body doesn't know how to process fear anymore. Your body don't know the listing, the panic, because the past bad experience, it actually take control over you. Yes, Celeste, depression is real, and once not handled well, it can lead to suicide. For sure, sis, for sure. People should be always ready to listen to someone when sharing his or her experience without being judgmental. It's very important, sis. Very important. That's why this topic, we have to talk about this issue, because people don't really understand how serious this thing is. So, yeah. So yes, guys, so childhood trauma, so you've gone through this experience as a child. It could be a sexual assault, which can be rape, it can be enslavement. We know about like people who go and work as house helps and all one of domestic servants, and as the very young age, and their experience is not the best. Those people, when they grow up, some of them, they really struggle to process those emotions when they were children, and so they grow up with those emotions, and it manifests itself into depression. Okay, and then you have also disorder of the brain. So the brain, this is a bit more the biological, but I'm not going to go into detail of it. I'm just going to make it in simple terms. So biologically, okay, the frontal lobe, which is that's the frontal, the frontal bit of the brain, which is responsible for the cognitive part of the human being, of the brain, has a disorder. Okay, and so when that happens, the person they are unable to process their emotions. They're unable to process sad and happy emotions. So you don't even know you what if it make you be happy. You don't even know you when things make you sad. So when that part of the brain don't shake, at the yes of my fellow brother, they say medulla oblongata. So the medulla oblongata, when it don't shake, so people then they're not you're not able to recognize your emotion, process your emotion correctly. Okay, so that is another cause of depression. Then another cause of depression, if it to be in a long-term illness or chronic pain. Sometimes the person go through some serious pain, so person don't get accident, and then he realizes and say the person, your life changes forever. It literally changes forever. You have to live on medication, especially pain medication. And then some people, especially the ones that have been very, very, very active, will relate that all will relate it to these our celebrities who are struggling. Will relate. I'm just talking about it now. We know in general what this depression is, and then we can relate it now to these our celebrities who are struggling with it. Okay. So yeah, so with this pain, if the person is not able to manage it properly, they fall into depression. They fall into serious depression. Okay, and then another aspect is substance abuse. Oh, I hope they yeah. I hope they yeah. I hope they for yeah. Believe faith. Are you there? Believe faith, you did. I hope you guys can hear me though. I hope you guys can hear me well and loud and clear. Celeste, tell me what I hear me. God will. Nancy, Belly, you guys let me know if you can hear me still. I may not be sorry talking for myself. Let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, so substance abuse is another serious thing. Serious thing. We don't, you guys have been seeing on social media. You know, some of the bloggers, some of our renowned vloggers who are proud and boasting that I take Banga, I take Kayu, I take Chamado, I take this, you do her. It made me this, it made me that. Substance abuse, that we look at it and we smile over it, and people cheering and clapping and hailing them and making substance abuse look like a glamorous thing, whereas it's a very dangerous thing, and a very dangerous thing we will not understand for the 237 community. We underestimate the power of substance abuse, because what happens is either the substance would actually ruin your brain, the cognitive part of it, which we've talked about, or sometimes you hallucinate, or sometimes you think the substance, you use it to hide away from your trouble, but then that's only a temporary solution. When you wake up, the trouble there for you, corner your bed to look you, so the trouble's not there to look you. So literally, you're making the depression worse and worse and worse and worse. When you take substance, you don't think that substance is a fix for your depression, no, or for your mood swing, no. That substance is only going to make you spiral down into worse depression, because at that moment when you've taken the substance, you feel you're high, oh, everything, all the trouble washed away, they don't cleanse you for River Jordan, and then you wake up the next day as if the troubles are already, they've reinforced themselves, then calm fully. That's how it feels like. That's how it feels like when it has to do with substance abuse. So those are the main, and then, oh, how did we forget? How can I even forget this? How can I even forget? The worst one that is killing us now in the 237 community, I'm speaking this seriously because it's a serious issue. The worst one, the depression thing, the worst one, bullying, online bullying, cyber bullying. This is something that you guys need to know. This thing is not a joke. It's not a joke. Cyberbullying is something that has been going on for so long in this 237 media space, and people have just been brushing it over and laughing about it. This particular Tila and Askia, these two female artists, their name will always come up over and over and over. It's either they're bullying them for the way they look, for their shape, for the way they dress, for the kind of music they do, and also just normal petty crap. Normal petty crap that they bully the female over. Those are the kind of things. And not everybody can withstand those kind of bullying. Not everybody can withstand it. Some people, me and you, will be able to get that thick skin, will withstand and will stand. We will stand. One person, a good example, person is stand where, and I'm not saying when I continue to bully. Kobos. Mama Talaku, oh, Mama Talaku, congratulations. Mama Talaku had a baby boy. Congratulations, Mama Talaku, on the birth of your bouncy baby boy. Those are some of the people that have been bullied on this 237 community. Mommy Bree, one of the highest person that have been bullied in this 237 community. Okay. But people don't understand the gravity for which their action actually make person do. So person there, you're bullied something because you don't even know how to talk or express the feeling. They just keep it inwardly, and they're dying slowly and getting into that dark space of depression. And now this takes us to the aspect of how do you know somebody is suffering from depression? How do you know? How you know some person, what if the symptoms of depression you get to look into? What if the symptoms of depression you get to look into? The symptoms, first of all, the first one, na continuous sadness. Sadness, miserable person. The person is always sad. The person is always miserable. Nothing pleases this person. Whatever you do, it's almost like they have just momentary happiness. Everything is all about being sad. You don't always see that kind of person where, even sometimes at work or among your friends or group of associates, there's that one person who is always very moody and sad. And you always think why that person could be going through depression, because that's all they know. Because for them, depression, they always emit that sad emotion. They're always sad. Yes, Belly. Yes, they've been body shamed a lot, especially Aska. Yes, Ask guys, now the highest person for the 237 community, they don't bully them. They bully that girl to the T. They bully her to the T. And you guys saw the last time when she also went AWOL, she went missing in action, and everybody started panicking because of going through that stress and all the bullying, the cyber bullying, and people are laughing. Yeah, people are laughing. So yeah, so, and then you also have another symptom of depression is always very, the person is always very pessimistic. Somebody is always pessimistic. Pessimistic means somebody who's always looking at things negatively. Negativity. Now, see that for the negative camp for the 237 community. Depressed souls. All those people joining the negative camps, depressed souls. Those are the people that don't want to see other people happy. Okay, depressed, and always, they say that they come on say misery loves company. Person be miserable, want another person where you go share in that misery, wallow, and no one makes you happy. So they will join you in the misery. Okay. So the person is always pessimistic. Nothing is ever good. They see the world black. They don't see any white or even gray, to say the least. They don't see gray. They don't see gray at all. Okay. This is one thing that they need to know. And then another symptom, where if you look out for make sure say person corner in the suffer of depression, now insomnia, or you say they suffer from depression, insomnia and a lack of sleep, struggling to sleep. The person not sleep, you be restless at night. So you're starved of sleep, you can't sleep, and if you don't sleep, your body can't get enough rest. It can't function anymore. But you not be function, but you not be firewood, no. But you not be firewood. If the body doesn't rest properly, it cannot function. Hence, depression sets in. Neglect another sign the person you go through depression. Neglect is another sign that somebody's going through depression, or you are going through depression. For example, if you've always been that person who likes to look good, like, I like to look presentable, you like to look presentable wherever you are, wherever you go to, both at work, among friends, even at home, and then suddenly you realize that you've just lost interest. You don't do shabby. You just do shabby. You don't throw your skin. Like for also like first wave born. You guys know about postpartum depression, right? Postpartum, like a woman who gives birth, and then because their whole body has changed, the hormonal changes have occurred, they just throw themselves, they lose confidence in themselves, they don't want to dress any nicer any longer, and they're shabby and dirty and scruffy. That's a sign, that's an early sign of depression, because they've lost interest in things that they used to enjoy doing, dressing up, going out, doing shopping, engaging with friends. They lose that interest totally. Yeah, they don't get any interest the way they do, where they used to like and do before. They just do anything they want, just abandon themselves, neglect themselves just day as day. Another thing where a very serious thing, self-harm. I remember one of my colleagues I used to work with. Okay, this guy was so lucky because I actually caught it. Some of them, they're good at hiding it, and when they're depressed, those people are depressed, they're good at hiding it. They won't even tell you. You won't even know. Most of the people that are depressed, you will never know they are depressed because they're good at disguising it. You guys know, for example, this Miss USA 2019, who just committed suicide by falling from the 60th floor or the high-rise building. She was on her show like 2 days before her suicide, and nobody knew. Even her mom didn't know. The closest people next to her never knew. And that's because sometimes we are blind. We just take things for granted. That sometimes the signs are there, but we don't take any notice of it. We have to be very vigilant. You can't tell. They're very happy. They can be very bubbly at times. That you won't even know that they're depressed. Those kind of people, even the ones that are in the darkest part of it, because they are good at denying and hiding it. But with this self-harm bit, my former colleague actually was cutting themselves. They cut their wrist. Literally, the person they cut in hand. It is like almost like the whole idea behind the cutting themselves. And say they feel like they're not worthy. They're not worth living. They're like a liability. They're just occupying space on earth. I mean, from Tila's post, you can tell she feels like the earth is a useless place to be. She feels like she shouldn't have been born in the first place. That's how those people feel. And what is the best thing for them to do when they're at that point? They want to commit suicide. They commit it or they want to commit it, which is the highest point. At that point, when they've already done, there's nothing you can do. But when they're telling you that they're about to do it, it's up to us to help them go through this phase. It's up to us to help them go through this phase. Okay? Nobody say, well, see people that they be depressed, would hate them. Would hate them, get mommy them for our community, they help people that go through depression. You can see that somebody is going through depression. One of our fellow sisters is going through depression, one of our fellow brothers is going through depression and is blogging rubbish, and you're there hailing them and saying they have grace and people should follow and copy them. I couldn't believe this. I couldn't believe it. This is something that we're encouraging our community, and the mothers doing it. Mothers hailing people who are going through depression and asking other people to follow suit, and then that they are the role models. Which kind of role model you want to introduce to our community? What kind of role models are we introducing in our community? Nothing my year. Or I need to understand. Or I need to understand. Now tell me my year. It's a role model, one that is actually going around depressing other people, castigating them for their looks, you know, always making people feel very low of themselves. Now the kind of people in that. So we need to look at this depression with care. We need to look at this depression with care, and we need to see how we can support our fellow brothers and sisters who are going through this situation, because it's not, sometimes it's not, there's nothing they can do. They don't know how to come out of it. They don't know how to come out of it. And so it's bound to us to be able to help them. And also, if we can't help them personally, and most time they need help that is beyond friendship or family. They need help will be beyond friendship or family. Be very important. I also didn't miss any comment or comments. Okay, no, we're good. So yeah, so when you see a person is just struggle through depression, which other ways they will feel help the people then? How can we help these people to actually manage their depression or to come out of it? You know, I watch me Alain Menget, a live show today. He did a fantastic show, and the good thing about it is that he's actually gone through depression, and he's not been ashamed to share it. And this is something that we need to realize it. If you're going through depression, you shouldn't be ashamed to say it, because our community or our culture or values have said that if you say it, it means you're weak. No, gone are those days that if you tell somebody that you're struggling, it's a weakness. If anything is strength, it's strength because you can acknowledge it. You can acknowledge that you're struggling, you're weak, and you need help. And it's better to get the help that you need than to die in silence. Better to get the help that you need than to die in silence. Very important to get the help. And then, I mean, when I read the comments, when I read those comments that people posted after Tila had made that post, I'm gonna read some of the comments when I'm gonna hear something. Let me read some of those comments. I hope I screenshot it on this phone. Let me read some of those comments. First, let me read Mama Talaku's message. Thanks to Mama Talaku, the positive bloggers. Some of the positive bloggers have been so nice. They've given really wise word of advice and encouragement to Tila. Mama Talaku one, Kobos is another. The general overseer is one. Queen Sarah has been another fantastic one who is actually gone and given like an encouragement to Tila. Those are the people. So let me just read Mama Atalaku's message, post that she made before she had the baby, after Tila had done that post. And people went writing all sorts of rubbish underneath the post. Let me read what Mama Atalaku said. Mama Atalaku, she said, in as much as I don't accept emotional blackmail, you see depression, don't play with it. I've been there before and fighting every day of my life never to get there. You see, this is somebody that is telling you that she's actually been fighting depression because of cyberbullying. Because of cyberbullying, this is somebody who is telling you that she's been struggling and suffering from depression. So she said, I have been there before. So she's been there before, but she's been fighting it and she's managed to go out of it and fighting it every day of my life, never to get there. You see, Tila, she's going through depression, and until she gets well, she will not keep blaming herself and everyone around her. Or I think she was supposed to say, she wanted to say she would keep blaming herself and everyone around her. Depression is not a one-day thing. It can be for a lifetime. So some of you joking with it should be very careful. Okay? Until it hits you, you know, whatever understand. Tila did suffer from long-term depression. If she was in this country, she would have been under close care for almost the rest of her life. Yes. Because in Europe, depression is a serious mental illness, and people don't play with it because they know when somebody is depressed, they're in danger to both themselves and the people around them. So they'll keep social health workers around you to monitor you 24/7. We know they put them where they did for Europe, where they hey, the dollars block in the building. Hi sis, thanks for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. So yeah, so a lot of people, when you're in Europe and you're suffering from depression, it's a disease, it's a mental health issue that people don't play with. People don't play with. Now, if I come around, they mess around with depression. People don't play with depression here. They will keep social workers that will be there to help you, monitor you, and make sure that you're not causing any harm to yourself or to those around you. So when people play about Tila 18, where it also put on a very bad thing. So let me just read one or two posts. This particular one caught my attention. This particular one catch my attention. That somebody wrote under Tila's post. Somebody said, Tila, stop the drama already and delete this post at once. Oh, Papa God. You always have to mind the things you speak out with your tongue. The devil has whispered into your ears and you are listening. Defeat that devil by deleting this post and rebuking, oh my God, what you just announced with a groan, shaking prayer. I mean, this is just ridiculous. And then the other person says, my sister, your own better, you announce your die. I beg, leave money for the wake and funeral because our art is not the support dio at fish, e.g. at fish. So referring to fishy die no. Referring to fishy die. So, and not forget for leave picking is school fees. Oh, because our Kosi no go take charge, because obviously Kosi promised to sponsor Fish's daughter for I think for 10 years or something like that. So she's saying Kosi no will give that kind of support. And now so things them strong, even your fans then maybe they no go get fit, they no go fit contribute. Look at your own role models in Cameroon. Please, before you die, visit the mortuary, prisons like Bonaberia, visit Bonaberia at night. Even those in Bamenda living in fear but still have hope. That's why I say not everybody can process emotion the same. We all can't process emotion the same at all. Cameroonians they're backwards, sis. The dollars block. Tell me about it, sis. Cameroonians are very backwards. Even as you try to educate them, even when you try to educate them, they're refusing to learn. They refuse to learn. They refuse to understand. For no say the depression thing be team for Jokutam. They feel say they still live in those days of Ayijo, in those days of Njogu Forcha, where they used to say for show strong, you don't need for show your emotion. People don't understand that the world has changed and there's so many things people are going through in their daily lives. And not only that, other people, they can't add on the burdens. People add on your burdens. They add on your burdens. People don't understand that. And I keep saying, talking about your emotion and saying to somebody you're struggling is not a sign of weakness. It's, if anything, it's a strength. It's a sign of how strong you are. How strong you are, because strong person, you acknowledge a weakness, you work towards it, and how to protect it, you acknowledge it. And that's the same thing that it goes to people who are depressed. They struggle because they can't even process their own emotion. They cannot process their emotion to start with. So how can they even begin to understand what you're telling them? If you're not there to support them, whatever you're saying, you're wasting your time. Okay. And one of the signs, I even forget for mentioning about the depression is people are very forgetful. People are very forgetful. You see somebody just suddenly becomes very, very, very forgetful. People become very forgetful. You see some person, we have vloggers here where oh God, where they'll say something today and then they contradict themselves the next day. They say something now and contradict themselves the next day. So they're saying 10,000 things based on the same story. When I say depression, they exist. It's in front of us, we are not seeing it. It's in front of us, we are not seeing it. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? You see somebody who was this nice, slim person, because another symptom of depression is changes in weight and appetite. When sometimes some people, when they're very depressed, they're low in themselves. Some people comfort eating. I don't know if some of you know that. So literally, they literally chop them. You're just eating. You just keep eating just to satisfy you, to give you that happy emotion. So you seek comfort. Food makes me happy. So you do the chop. You want the person to obese. Boom. Depression. Some of us in Cameroon will see it and will say, money don't enter. The person, hi, I've seen this person. Are you seeing how rich they are? You see how fresh they are? See how fresh they are? Those in a depression, they do them. They've been comfort eating behind closed doors. They've been comfort eating behind closed doors. Or you see another person, suddenly, somebody was nice, round, fuller figure person, not obese, suddenly becomes like a pack of bones. Suddenly become like a pack of bones. Why? Because they need to chop. When they be depressed, they lost appetite. It leads to anorexia or bulimia. They go chop. When they go chop, bulimia, so people, the way they go, know about them. When they eat, they go to the toilet and they put their finger down their throat. They dictate themselves and they bring up the food. You know, to bring up the food. What's Nancy saying? And not just some people go to school, but school no. So some people go to school, but school don't go through them. Yes. Some people go to school, but school don't go through them. Even some people, even they're trying to school them, they're refusing. They're refusing to understand. They're refusing to understand. They feel say depression, a person is seek attention. It's not seeking attention. The person is suffering. The person is suffering. It's a real mental disorder that we need to help. This person cannot manage or process their emotion. They're always on the low. So we need to see how we can help them rather than throwing stones at them. Instead of we castigate them, we criticize them, we need to see how we help them understand this disease and help them. Because we for Africa, if we say for person for seek help, when it be mental thing, not taboo, it's not a taboo. It's about time we start speaking up and talking about this mental health issue, because it's no joke. A lot of us, we're losing so many youths. We don't do fish. Then ask your frightened we, and then Natila, and you guys are just joking and playing around. Instead of discussing about it, people then for them, you're there comparing who can speak English properly and who can't speak English properly, who can hold a conversation in English, who can't hold a conversation in English. Go and talk about depression, talk about very important topics that our youth can learn. Educate the people, especially now. It's now they need every blogger, every 337 blogger come out and speak about it. Educate our youths, educate our families, so we can understand better about depression. We need to help each other. This thing is becoming rampant. It's no joke. This thing is no joke, honestly. It's no joke. Let's share this video, guys, please. Let's share this video. Like the video and share it, because it's very important. We need to get this message to so many people. Okay, I'm very passionate about this topic for today, because I think if we don't put this message out, a lot of people are there hiding and suffering, and they're scared to come out and say that they are struggling from depression because they know people are not going to take them serious. And like the young boy in Yaoundé, a young schoolboy, secondary school boy who hung himself at home. And while the parents were downstairs, he went upstairs in his room and hung himself on the fan. And he posted it. He put it on his post. He said he's going to die. And his friends thought he was joking. And his friend was asking him, Akele, so which hour? We don't joke when somebody says that. Know your people, know your friends. Don't even, if I even know them, don't joke. If somebody says to you, I'm going to die, don't take it as if it's a joke, guys. Don't. No be time for joke this again. In a serious thing. A serious thing. It's very serious. Okay. So how can we help people who are depressed? How can we help them? How can we help them? There are various ways of where you have clinical treatments and you also have psychological treatments. Okay. And the clinical treatments, we're talking about things like antidepressants. Antidepressants, you know, they are basically medications that you take to increase your neural activities. So literally, it will help your activity of your brain for function. If you help your brain function fine, to be able to recognize and manage those emotions so that you know when to be sad, you know when to be happy, and you know how to process when you are sad. Those are antidepressants, but those ones, they have their side effects as well. You know, like any medication. I get someone who will be doing on antidepressant, the side effects are going to be easy. They're not easy because sometimes you just make the person, sometimes they hallucinate. You know, that's one of the sad things about this antidepressant. Sometimes they hallucinate, or sometimes they lose their personality because they are always maybe drowsy or in a daze. That's my only problem with this antidepressant. But I mean, if it's going to prevent somebody from reaching that dark phase of committing suicide, why not? Why can't we? Let's use it. Let's use it. So you consult your medical practitioner and they will actually put it through that if you think you need it. Okay. And then we also have psychotherapy. Psychotherapy is when you talk to somebody who can make you understand how to process your emotions correctly, so that you'll be able to manage happiness and sad emotion, and to be able to recognize when you're sad and to recognize when you're happy, and to know that it's okay to have those two emotions. Okay. And then another thing will be meditation. That's a very good one, because actually research has shown that meditation is very effective because you are in that zone of your own. You reflect. It's almost like you're in tune with yourself. You cut out like the wall is outside. You just move yourself from the wall. You be for that position. You're thinking about things. Put your mind in a positive space. You forget about all the worries for once. It calms down your nerves. Calm down your nerves and all the anxiety where you go through. Be very important. Okay. And then to this are 237 public figures or celebrities, if they want to call it that way. The thing that is killing them a lot is the pressure as well. Also, some of them are going through depression because they're biting more than they can chew. They bite more than they can chew. You want to live a life on a very fast lane. It doesn't work like that. Some people, you're bent that you want to make money. You want to make it la 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 la. You can't just make money now. Not everybody, excuse me, is fortunate enough to do that. Not be all man be standing, you know, or not be all man will be Jovi or Salatier. Not be all man. Okay, sometimes like Tila, I know one of her reasons why she's gone down to this level is because we know she's been struggling a lot to get to a certain level in her music career. Okay, and don't forget, there was a time she posted as well. She posted once, if I'm not wrong. I don't know if somebody the Dollars blog says, I don't know if you don't watch it, like if you don't come across the post where she actually said that her uncle sexually abused her when she was a teenager or so. So that alone, that trauma, plus her struggling now in life to succeed, and it's not happening the way she wants, and then it come beg for support, solicit for public fund to make a single album, and then it's not blowing the way she wanted it. It just dawned on me. So it's I feel like say be failure. But then I still shocked because there was a video of her where it actually touched. She was actually advising, which was actually, I found it very interesting, because that's what I said to you guys, when people are depressed, they're good at disguising you, may not know. This is where she's advising youth and saying, sometimes if you're doing something and it doesn't work, you need to try something else. And she was talking and directing it to Cameroonian artists and saying, if the music is not working, it doesn't mean you can't try other things. So I don't understand why he left the fact say the music destroyed the music, me get over it. I don't understand why she allowed that to get to her, because to me that's the main reason. I think the lack of a career and the lack of success for a career the way she wants it. That's the thing with us. That's the thing with us, because we don't see how successful we are because we only want to compare ourselves with other people. You have to do better for yourself. You don't have to do better more than somebody. And that's where the trouble is. Do better for yourself. What's best for you, not because you want to pepper people or you want to be more than somebody. And when you start trying to do things because you want to be more than someone, that's when there's a problem. Because if you can't get to that position, you start feeling disappointed in yourself. You feel like you're a failure. You can't do anything. You're worthless. So you start having all those sad emotions, and slowly you're going down that road to depression, and you don't want that. Yes, sis. Pray she heals. Yes, I read, sis. Yeah, good. You heard about the rape case? Yes, because I read it. I remember some time ago. That was last year, just before the end of the year. She did that post about being raped by her uncle. So, and then plus the music thing. So, yeah, we pray that she's okay. Because the last time I read the post, it said she's come out of the dark side. She's actually recovering now in hospital. So, fingers crossed for her. She's fine. Yeah, and also we have to be really careful how we're judging people. We're very fast at judging people, and that's why so many people are going into depression. We're very judgmental in the way we do things in Cameroon. We judge, leave people the way they are. You can support somebody, but not judging the person. Criticizing somebody constantly doesn't help that person. Some of we just only see good thing for people. They always see a negative. Because when you see, for example, when Askia will do something nice, right? If she does a good music, people don't go put her out and promote it and shout it out loud if she does something nice. But when she does something bad or dresses wrong, people will bash. They will bash for weeks on ending. So some people are just there. Like I said, misery loves company. People in the day they just like to bash others. They get the emotion, that satisfaction from making people upset. Yeah. Yes, it's Cameroonians. They judge a lot. They judge a bad mouth too much. Bad mouth too much. And you guys don't follow all these empty vessels on media making big noise, saying how they have this or they have that, they have this and that, they have houses here, they have this and that. They don't have it because they're only putting pressure on you. You're thinking, oh, they're going and leaving you behind. They go leave me or they go leave me. No, yeah, audio life plenty these days. My brother, my sister, audio life too much for this social media space, especially. Don't allow that fool you. Don't let you're seeing people living the life on the internet and you think that they're blowing. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what they're going through. To be honest with you, we really have to support our own people. We have to stop the judgments, because when somebody says to you, I'm going to die, don't take that lightly, because they could be saying that and that could be their last thing to do. The people that have committed suicide, they've literally announced their death to us, but we took it lightly. We took it lightly. And it's only afterward we thought, oh my God, had I known. Had I known. Had I known. When people are crying for help, we should be there. Give them a shoulder to lean on and not castigate them. Grand CY, I gave you respect. Everything I gave you respect. I don't always respect you, big bro. You know that one. I don't follow you for long. But your response for Tila, a post, it was not good. It wasn't encouraging, because somebody like you, I expect you to actually encourage her, make her understand that those feelings are okay to have those feelings, but she needs to seek help. But not, I know sometimes we're very brutal in our truth. The way we want, it's not even truth. We have to be very careful when you're dealing with somebody who already have a mental condition that they're dealing with. We have to be very careful. We have to be very careful. Not by calm me. You don't calm it all full force. Made the person, instead pointing the person's fault. When you're pointing the person's fault, you're breaking them down even more. You're breaking them down. Sit, like what Queen Sierra said the other on her show. She made mention, the way she presented it was so beautiful. She said, she said, look at your daughter, mommy. She said, look, your pikin. You know, make us mother. Sometimes only those that kind of talk will make her say, my God, make her realize and say, this I will leave some pikin. I will leave pikin. For example, like somebody, like, let me say, for example, myself, I'm somebody that when I'm sick, I don't like going to the hospital. I don't like checking things out. But since I had the baby, I had to make that conscious decision to always check, because you're thinking it's no longer all about you anymore. Now there's somebody that is depending on you. And so that's what Sarah was trying to call on her to say, sis, please don't do this to yourself. Just look at that beautiful baby. Look at that beautiful baby and know that the baby needs you. Don't do it, please. Don't do it. And that's what we're supposed to talk for the way they go through that. You know? Yes, she needs serious counseling, sis. People with depression need serious, I said, psychotherapy. Counseling, they need somebody that can talk to them. Somebody that can talk to them. Somebody that can make them understand that it's okay to have those emotions, but then we have to learn how to express those emotions and manage both emotions, both happy and especially the sad emotion. Okay, it's very important. And we need to also accept us, these celebrities, our Cameroonian celebrities. You guys need to also realize that failure is inevitable. It's okay to fail. It's from failing that you gain strength. And when you succeed after you fail, that success is the best. And the issue that so many of you are going through depression is because when you embark on this journey for better on a career, when I don't remember say this, so it go back to roots, it will be tough. A lot of you don't think about it that way. Even sometimes if you think about it, you really don't process it internally to know that this thing is not a joke. The world, the competition there is stiff, is tough. Especially for our music industry. Cameroonians, the way we promote our artists compared to other countries. So when you're entering the music industry, or you're entering the celebrity life, know that it's a tough world. Okay, it's a dog eat dog world. So you need to be prepared as well for fail. Like they always say in life, always hope for the best, but expect the worst. Always get off your mind. If you're operating with this mindset, it will help us a lot for prevent us from getting to that stage, to prevent our brothers and sisters and our friends from getting to that stage. If you always put up your mindset, you always hope for the best while you're expecting the worst, because the worst is inevitable. It will happen at some point. So when you are also willing, or you are open and understanding that at some point it can happen, when that happens to you, I think that we can better manage our emotions. Okay, and it's up to us when we see people who are struggling, please, abeguna, identify them, even if they don't see it. If need me, I say, may take the person or seek for personal help for the person. Please, let's do it. Let's do it for the love of the person that we have. Let's do it. There are a lot of organizations here in Europe, a lot of organizations in Europe that can help people with mental health and stuff like that. Okay, one of the biggest one for UK now this thing, now mind. So I don't know, I see what I feel. I look up their phone number, because in case, who knows where this video will go. So somebody can actually, if person the watcher, maybe the person never trouble, if he contact the video for year for UK. Okay, Mind is a mental health non-governmental organization. So it's a charity that helps people struggle with mental issues. Humble opinion. Hi, sis. Hi, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, sis. Well, I share for work. Don't rest more. So Mind, let me check. Mind UK. So if you guys know of any, I don't know about any mental health organization in Cameroon. I don't know if there's any, because that's something that we should think of doing. The government should think of doing, encouraging people who are thinking of opening non-governmental organization or charitable organization. Let's think about how we can help and create a mental health body that we can help situations like this. We can help situation. I don't know whether the music industry or arts and culture industry, they have a body that these people can go to, or the support that they need to manage their mental well-being. I don't know if they have that. Let me just check for this Mind UK number. Yeah. 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 Check them. Check the number. If you know any if you know of any health organization that can help in the area where you are, please drop it down in the comment section so that people can see it. Who knows, maybe you have somebody in your area who is struggling, then they can reach out. They can reach out and get the help that they need. And then you get the Samaritans as well. Samaritans. Let me just give you these guys. The Samaritan one is the one that's coming up quickly. So the Samaritan one is 0800 1111. It's 0800 or you can call 116123. 116123. Those numbers, they will help you. Or even you can call sometimes 111. 111, they will help you. You can get hold of somebody and talk to somebody that can help you to get help if you're struggling mentally. So yes, guys, so I think that we've reached we've come to the end of our show for today. Please remember to like the video, share it as well. I want to thank everyone. Thank you so much, sis. Let me just thank everybody that joined us. Believe, Faith, Imelda, Valerie, that's my hobby, is watching from another room because no noises with the baby. Belinda, Celeste, well, thank you, sis. God will, my baby brother, thank you, darling. Nana Jess, my sweetheart, thank you for joining us. And my able colleague, the Dollars Vlog, guys, people should go and subscribe. Dollars Vlog, Belly, Nancy. So let's go and support this, my sister, please. She's amazing as well. And then my other sister, Humble Opinion TV. Go and subscribe to her as well. She's amazing. Oh my God, she's been the one helping me through this, my YouTube channel. Without her, I don't know what I would have done. So thank you, sis. Thank you for always being there to help me navigate this YouTube street, like they call it. So yes, guys, so this is very important. Let's go home today. Let's share what we've learned. Let's actually educate ourselves, educate those around us, and look out for those signs that we discussed today about this mental health issue, and see how we can spot them when somebody's going through them. And then we've heard about how we can help, support, and manage, support the people who are suffering from depression, how they can best manage the mental situation. And before I forget, another issue that I wanted to draw attention to is postpartum depression. Postpartum depression is something that people in Cameroon not be aware of this. I remember once somebody called me from Cameroon and said one of my schoolmates has gone mad. I couldn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it. They said, I see your born so. I see your born so. Oh, thanks. No, don't worry, sis. Now we. As your born so, they said, I see your born so. Easter Chris. My heart broke. My heart broke. I immediately thought it was postpartum depression, but people are not aware of it. That's just a woman who is going through depression because they are overwhelmed by the birth of their child. Their body don't change and all whatnot. And all they need is counseling and support. And I don't think we have those resources. And this person, and they say to me, sometimes she's fine, sometimes she's not. And that's because she's not mad. She's just suffering. She's struggling mentally to process the emotion and all the new change that's happened in her life. So this is something we should be aware of. So postpartum depression, the person never crazy. The person is just suffering from another form of depression that they need help. So Cameroon, this is something that we really need to beg. I hope someday or somebody's going to watch this. Any uncle, any sister, anybody who wants to create an organization, we can create an organization that will help our brothers and sisters, our fathers, our mothers, our children who are struggling with mental health condition in Cameroon, so that if we cope, they manage. Let's not lose anybody from depression. We should not be doing that. Please, we should not be doing that. We should not be doing that. Yes, the dollars blog. Subscribe. No, my sister that there. No, my sister. That's my sister from Bafoot, the Humble Opinion TV. Yes, love. Check out the dollars blog. She's amazing. You will love her. She's an amazing lady. She's really good. Very supportive as well. So thank you so much. Thanks everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Well, it's been a successful first live video. I couldn't believe it. So I hope you all have liked and shared the video. So hopefully I'll see you all soon, and wishing you all a very lovely weekend. Thank you so much for watching Bella Fountain TV. Love you guys so much. Goodbye.